What up? Hey. Smoke weed every day. What's up, y'all? What's up, brother? Yeah. Always a drink close by. Just because it's not in my hand don't mean I don't have a couple. End of a sour mash run. That sounds like a good day. What up, Ziggy? Yeah, that's always something in arm's reach. I tried going live on TikTok. I didn't know how to work it. Like, I know how to go live, but I tried to have some like other moonshiners with me. I don't know how to start it out. I know I just started this live, but I gotta pee. I've been drinking a lot tonight. Look at that thing. I'll be right back. Yep, I'm gonna show you guys that pretty still. My bad, y'all. Oh, my bad. I had to go pee. But yeah, look at that thing. It's fucking beautiful. 5 minutes later. Doing a rum run. Rum's not so much my thing, man. Unless I could do a Jamaican rum. But let me see if I can get it on camera. See them dogs? I got the prettiest feet in the business. I'm just gonna tell you that for I. Oh, you tell him he's got to answer. He's got to pay the piper. Nobody hurts my boy. Tell him he better stop it. Go over here. You see, right there. It's 2 gallons. 2 gallons of dunder and yeast, like multiple kinds of yeast. Like, it's just a living colony. I've had it going for over 2 years now, maybe close to 3, but it's definitely more than 2 years old. It's my dunder bucket. All right, I don't know what to do, buddy. Go to bed. Fuck. But I'm gonna make a Jamaican rum with it. Let's get lit, son. Let's get lit. That's what I'm talking about. So, it's my dunder bucket. I was using a cooler with ice water for that column condenser. We say conditioner, but I'm gonna say condenser. I learned out to make from watching your video. I never put enough ice in it, and the water would get very hot. Wife wanted pool heaters, so I'm using the pool water now. Laughing my ass off. Dude, legit. Like, I considered using my pool And just recycling, because the pool has so much water. Like, if the suction hose is on top and the outgoing hose is on bottom, or vice versa, you're always going to remain cool enough to condense. Pool water is awesome. It might shorten the life of your condenser, but by what? It's going to last at least fucking 7 years no matter what. It's copper. People are like, it might damage your copper. Like, that's copper, bro. It's metal. Make a glycol chiller using a window air conditioner unit. You can. You can. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of trouble. You do all that, and you could just buy that one over there for $600. $600, dude. It's not that bad. Like, save up. Like I have, like, I'm limited with my money. Want to get some of your shine, brother? I'd like to get you some, Big J, and I know you watched me for quite a while. I'm gonna eventually make a bunch of boxes and send them out. I'm just so behind on everything. You'll get some someday. Yeah, it is easier actually, but you need to take some stuff and make some stuff and have the space and store it and move it. When it's all said and done, that was so much easier for me. And I was gonna make a glycol chiller using a shitty ass old air conditioner. That's so clean. It's brand new. Comes in a box. Bruh, what the fuck?
Where's that drinking license?
What is what? There you go. What's your loogies? What's your nasty ass fuck off. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna chase you, bro. I'm gonna catch you and I'm gonna hold you down. God damn. He did that last one on purpose. Fucking dick. Anyways, it's $600, dude. And it's a lot of money for somebody like me. It's probably a lot of money for somebody like you. And I go out of my way to build something. If somebody's like, you can build it. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a lot of money, but here's the difference, man. It's like you start on a small still and you prove your craft. You prove it to yourself. Don't matter what nobody else says. You taste it. You know what the deal is. Yeah, use what you got. And we're all those people. But at the end of the day, we also like nice things, right? Nice fucking things. You see that thing, man, it's the nicest thing you're ever going to have. A lot of people will have a hot rod. That's my Harley Davidson, man. I got 4 kids and a wife. I got fucking bills. I can't have that shit. But, you know, I could save up a little bit and I could get one nice thing every 3 or 4 months. You know what I mean? Like if I budget my shit right, every 3 or 4 months I could get that one thing. And I'm like, this is me. I bought everybody everything. I've taken them everywhere. I've done everything with them. This is my shit. You know what I mean? That ain't no copper Cadillac. What is it, son? What is it then, Ty? That's a fucking copper Cadillac right there, baby. Yeah, you get happy with your product. You know what I mean? You're ready to make more product. You're ready to do it in bigger batches. And you're getting older. You want shit to be easier. I'm not saying, you know, go huge. I'm not saying that's what you got to do. If you like what you do, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're ready to hit this, if you're ready to get a copper Cadillac, and that's what that is, Ty. By the way, that's a fucking copper Cadillac. That's the best still ever fucking made. I know my stills. I build them every day. And that that dude's so much better at building them than me. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm a fan of his. I wish I could go spend some time with him and learn his craft. Jack, I'll try not to delete it, but I'll try and get off before I black out. You're right. It is a Rolls Royce, but there's a hashtag. It's Copper Cadillacs. You know, it's worth a few million views. It's a good hashtag. I don't know who coined that term originally. I don't know who originally did it. There was a real legit, in a car magazine, there was a copper Cadillac. Later, Jack, you be good, brother. Go lay that pipe before you go lay them dreams down, son. But, legit. Also, I'm a big fan of Cadillac. I love fucking caddies. My favorite car I've ever had was a 1970 Cadillac, dude. It's fucking beautiful. It's the baddest car I ever owned. And I traded it, not because I wanted to, but I had to. I wasn't sad because what I traded it for was also a badass vehicle. It was a Chevy truck with a 350 bored 30 over and second gear. It was granny geared. So you get in first, you could do about 10 miles an hour and that motherfucker's ready to switch to second. You could do about 20 miles an hour, that fucker's ready to switch to third. I could take off in fourth gear in that truck, dude. Legit. Thing was all balls. Whoa! And it didn't do shit till you was in fourth. 350 bored 30 over, and it wasn't a Chevy, it was a GMC, which was a little different. It was built a little different, but it was a bad motherfucker, dude. And the reason why I traded the Caddy for it was because I had a tree business and I needed a truck. And I ended up killing that truck eventually because I cut this tree down. It was so big, we didn't want to have to cut this stump down. The stump was like as big around as as the truck. I mean, this stump was huge. It's a huge tree, and instead of just cutting it down and cutting it into pieces, we would have had to get a bigger saw. We notched it, we backed the truck up to it, and we just notched the tree, and we took that stump, notched it to where when we cut it, it would roll over right in the bed of the truck. And it was so heavy, it had to be 3 tons. It was just a little hot rod pickup truck, you know? It was I don't remember the model, but comparable to like a F-150. But with a badass motor and a badass rear end. What's up, brother? So when we notched it, it rolled over into the bed of the truck. The truck popped a wheelie like that, and it broke the gas tank. The gas tank leaked for a week. Then it just, in the end, it was electrical problems. It was everything else. And I had to give the truck pretty much away for a couple $100. But I traded a 1970 Cadillac for that, and I didn't want to because I love that Caddy. But yeah, I like old Cadillacs, man. Legit. Just that has nothing to do with the copper Cadillac thing, except for it's I don't know. Go play. Go on.
I'm sitting down.
Nope. Go play.
You smell like you do it.
All right. But it's just coincidence. You know what I mean? I really love Cadillacs. I also had a 1980 something Cadillac. It was the same Cadillac from Goodfellas. Had that Caddy. It was an awesome ride. Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne, Australia, mate. What's up, brother? How you doing? Love my Aussie people, man. I want to go live on TikTok, but I don't know how to accept other people on there. I don't know how to change the settings. Hell yeah, brother. George. What's your fucking name? George? Adel Abdulnor. Abdulnor. George Abdulnor. What's up, motherfucker? I love you, dude. Viewers, and I called Spectrum today. But they didn't. Anything that says Cadillac on it, I'd take. But yeah, those are the good years. The good years. I like even Cadillac hearses. I'd fucking rock a hearse in a minute, dude. Rock the shit out of it. Any of my TikTok buddies on here? If you are, let's go live. Let's figure it out. Teach me how to figure it out. Oh, Crown Royal. Any of the Oopers from Canadian? Or Canadian? Any Canadian motherfuckers in here? Hey Google. Play Bluegrass. Bitch. You gotta whisper that. She'll get mad. Fuck you, Phil. It's like having a second wife. Fuck you, I heard that. The pipes. Talking about those pipes. Beautiful ass pipes. Philbilly Moonshine on TikTok. There's Philbilly Moonshine and there's Big Easy at Philbilly Moonshine. There's two different. But yeah, man. I love that fucking feeling of that bourbon going down the gullet, getting to your belly, and then it's in your ears. Fucking awesome. You guys see Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash over there? I ordered me a Janis Joplin. She's coming. My Janis Joplin. I fucking love Janis Joplin. She reminds me of my mom. Miss my mom so fucking much. This. That yellow thing? That's the arm of a massage chair. This is a man cave. I can't have full-time little Asian chicks that give you massages. So I just bought a chair that gives you massages. So while you're here, you can get a back rub by a professional massage chair. It came from an Asian foot job joint. Fuck yeah. You don't beat that. What's up, Daddy Phil? What's up, Slugger? Dude, when I was a kid, people always called me Phil Daddy. Phil Daddy! What are you doing, Phil Daddy? Or they call me Phil Dog. Assholes called me Phil My Butt or Phil My Nuts. New Mexico? I love New Mexico, dude. I used to work for a company and we did like, it was a hotel company. It was a company that worked for a company. So it was kind of hush hush. But I designed a lot of their websites. Uh, company that had all the contracts for all the big hotels. Working by every so does it? If I get drunk, does it mean we're drinking? It does. It does, Eric. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the name of this company, but we did all the hotels, like the big ones, the Hiltons, fucking Courtyard Marriott's, all these hotels around the whole country. Because most of them are owned by the same fucking fat cat motherfucker. And there's a Canadian company that did. What's up, Steven? How you doing, brother? I'm out. Have to be up in 5 hours. Have a good one. Good night, brother. Enjoy that sour mash. Have a good night. So, I'm trying to think of the company. It's a Canadian company. If you guys could look it up, anybody, that's awesome. I'll tell you the name. I never signed an NDA, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. But I designed most of their websites, and I did all internet marketing for this old ass doctor. Like, he was a fucking doctor, and he made sure. And yeah, he was a prick. He wasn't such a prick, but he was a good prick. You know, he didn't mean to be a prick, but most of us don't mean to be a prick, but we are. A lot of us protecting himself and this and that, and my aunt had a hold on this guy, so they gave me a job, and it ended up being there's only one in the goddamn company that knew what the fuck they was doing. What's up, Kansas? You know how it is being a young, intelligent tractor man. Howdy from Suck on Knees, Illinois. It's a nutty joint, man. It's a nutty joint there on Suck on Knees. But anyways, I did good at that company, and I was the only one that knew what the fuck they was doing the whole entire time. And I got fucked over for it. Because somebody was fucking somebody, and somebody had a wife, and this and that, and it was fucking pathetic. And then I got laid off because of that. But at the same time, I could have blackmailed the guy, and I didn't want to, and I didn't want to do all that because I got integrity. At the same time, it was totally fucked up what's happening to me. And I ended up later on, like, I had no choice. I ended up doing under the table my boss's job because she didn't know how to do it. Yeah, some people do suck. Some people suck a lot harder than others. And I could have been shitty, and I could have fucked this guy over. But I ended up doing other people's job because they didn't know how to do it for them, and they paid me out of their increased salary. But like legit, when it came to that shit, I was so good at it. I was so good at it that they would give like a scale of hours. Like, this takes 8 hours to do. It was something I do in 20 minutes. I'd be like, okay, you owe me for 8 hours. And I was getting paid under the table, and like even after they laid me off, they still paid me because they couldn't function without me. Yeah, some people do suck. So I'd be like, all right, you owe me for 8 hours for this, 4 hours for this. This was 6 hours. This was 2 hours. This was 3 hours. And I still got paid by the company, but it was in cash. Because I was so fucking good at what I did. And I could do it so much faster than anybody else there because they didn't know nobody in the company knew what, like I should have been running the company. Nobody there knew what the fuck they was doing. So I still got paid piecework. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they would give you she would be like, well, he gave me this to do. And she wouldn't know how to do it. Like, he gave me this to do, but I don't even know what the fuck it is. And it would say how many hours expected to be done in. So she just guesstimate anything under like that amount of hours. So it'd be like, this is a 10-hour project, right? She'd be like 9.5. They're going to accept it because they're expecting to pay 10. And she did it on everything, and she let me know that. And I'd be like, I do it in 20 minutes. I do it fucking 20 minutes, dude. Like, I could work a fucking computer like a motherfucker. Work all that software. I could fucking work that shit. We was doing internet marketing and shit. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, it was a job I had for a couple years. Definitely helped to know how to do some shit on the side, make some money. We was struggling too, like was talked into getting an apartment that I couldn't afford, and I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet, and I had to struggle, but I made it work. Had a kid, had another kid, had another kid. Was raising a kid all that time, but it happened. I think that having kids is going to do two things for a person. It's going to either make a man up, become better, and provide. It's going to make him be a piece of shit, push that kid on other people. And those people should be sterilized. The ones that push it and they don't want nothing to do with it. Like, having a kid, dude. You should love that thing more than anything on earth. You should never regret it. Never. I mean, you could make jokes because that's your right as a person. But you should never regret that. Like, that thing is what made you great. Like, that person made you a better person. If you're that guy, then we get along. You're following the right person. If you're not that guy, then go fuck yourself. Legit. What's this shit say? Peace work. Nobody's saying nothing. Let's go to TikTok. I'm going live on TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, go download it. There's nothing wrong with it. That was all a bunch of political bullshit. They're not going to get your information. And if they do, what the fuck are they going to do with it? Who are you? Who are you? What are they going to do with your info, dude? Download my pictures. They're all over Facebook. Who gives a fuck? TikTok. Tiki-taki. Download that shit. And when you're laying in bed at night and you can't sleep, watch TikTok until you can. Yeah, they scared you with it. Don't download TikTok. Oh, Chinese. Some bullshit, man. You know how much bullshit we've heard over the years? That's another thing of bullshit. Let's go to TikTok. Hopefully my Wi-Fi allows me to go live We'll get a couple thousand viewers. We could have fun. There's multiple moonshiners. We're all going to be there together. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully, if any of these fuckers are awake, it's Thursday. There's a lot of them that don't have nothing to do. You motherfucking TikTokers. You better go live with me. Come on, Steven. You got a 1,000? You got 1,000 followers yet, Steven? You go live with me? I'm drinking this bitch beer. I've maxed out my carbs for the night. I've drank an IPA at Frickers. I ate chicken that was breaded. I've had a Stella here at the house. I think I've had 2 Stellas. I had 2 Stellas, an IPA, and breaded chicken. I've maxed out my daily carb limit. Now I'm stuck drinking this shit, and I'm going to drink on this Crown Royal because I had a buddy over and he liked it, and it was close, and I grabbed it. I'm not getting back up to get anything else because I'm a fat, lazy piece of shit. Oh, shit. That one didn't go down right. Why don't you work out? I want to. I should do more. I should work out more. I think that I do better with a partner. Would you work out with me? I'll pay for your membership. We can come out every day. Let's say 4 days a week for an hour. Would you work out with me? We're all waiting on your answer. I should. I feel better when I work out. I used to work out. Can we work out together? BK. Nope, just drink a bunch of coffee. I don't drink caffeine. I don't consume caffeine. It's out. That's not a solution. You said that, and then you say some dumb shit about coffee. Well, like, I'm expected to do the extra step. Why can't you do it with me? Why? I don't consume caffeine because it's not good for my heart. And I have something called AFib. It's where my heart don't know how to act because my brain is retarded. Or something. But that's the one thing that I decided to cut out. I don't want to cut out alcohol because I love alcohol so much. I used to love Coke and Pepsi and all those things, Dr. Pepper. But I was like, man, they gotta cut one thing out. Why not cut out pop? And just still get a drunk. You know, still get drunk. Still be a piece of shit. So I cut out caffeine. I no longer drink caffeine. I love tea. Sometimes you can find that unsweet tea. And dude, Southern tea is my fucking kryptonite. But every once in a while, you could find, when you're cheating on your cheat weeks, because I've been on keto, I've been doing keto for on and off for the last 2 years. But every once in a while you can find that caffeine-free tea, and it's only at Kroger's. You can't find it at Walmart. And when I do, I'll drink a whole gallon of that shit. And I definitely go get a bucket of chicken, because that's the most southern thing you could do is get a bucket of chicken and drink a gallon of sweet tea. But I find that decaffeinated sweet tea at fucking Kroger's is amazing. And it reminds me when I used to live in North Carolina and I go to Bojangles. But you got to keep some Cajun seasoning because you got to douse anything you're eating in Cajun seasoning because it's amazing. I miss old school, and you can't get them no more, but you used to see Bojangles back in the day. You would get the Cajun fries, dude. And they would put that shit all over them fries. And their fries are no longer the same as they used to be. Like the chicken's close. Like everything changes, but the fries back in the day were so much better than their fries are now. And they had so much more Cajun seasoning on them. And what I would do is I'd get like chicken and biscuits and fries and a dirty rice. The rice is the best ever. And then they always gave you the sweet tea. So you get a little bite of the chicken, a little bite of a biscuit, a little bite of the rice, and then one of them Cajun fries with all that Cajun seasoning on them. You'd be chewing that shit up, then you wash it down with a sip of that sweet tea, dude. There's nothing better. Yeah, Popeyes just came out with a new, like, we got dirty rice again. I got one like 4 days ago, dude. I was like, let me try your dirty rice. It was fucking horrible. You know what? Church's chicken ain't so bad. It's not Bojangles, but it ain't so bad. Church's chicken's dirty rice. But you gotta take a bite of one of their biscuits and then take a big bite of rice and then take a drink of sweet tea. Onion rings, bro? They're everywhere here, but most of the onion rings anymore are a joke. But yeah, you gotta have onion rings in existence to live. You can't get by without them. Even if you don't like them or don't want them. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I work hard on this beard by not letting it get cut. A golden chick? What the fuck's golden chick? I'd rather onion ring jokes than no onion rings. Hell yeah. Yo, I get it. Like, Frisch's. I'd say Frisch's Big Boy probably has the best onion rings around here. Or the onion chips, or you might call them onion petals. Like a White Castle. But there's only one White Castle here, and it's in the ghetto. It is ghetto as fuck. But it's worth the trip. So you go there, you mind your manners. You get 2 sacks. They call them sacks. Let me get a sack of onion chips. That's the best here. Some people really like the onion rings at Hooters, and some people really like the onion rings at it's a fucking burger joint. It's called Red Robin. Some people really like the onion rings at Red Robin. Some people really like the onion rings at Hooters. I think they're both terrible. And I think that like the onion rings at Frisch's Big Boy are decent, but they're not excellent. There's better onion rings out there to be had. It's definitely better out there to be had. But one thing about Frisch's Big Boy is they're always going to be the same. So they use a machine to make them. I used to work at Frisch's when I was a kid. Are the best, period. Impossible to replicate. Never had Popeyes onion rings. I didn't even know they sold them. They don't sell them here. And their sauces for dipping chicken fingers are like as big as my pinky, dude. They're pathetic. I've never been to Texas, but I got family in Texas. Huge, delicious, and crispy. That'd be awesome, dude. I like when they're real thick. Like when I get an onion petal or onion chip from White Castle and they're the big thick motherfucker, I'm like, that one's mine. I like their onion ring sauce too at White Castle. I love White Castle, dude. Like my grandpa Steven lived in California for years, He was like my step grandpa. Like we wasn't blood, but he raised my mom. And he was from Kentucky, and he was a good old boy. His last name was Hale. He moved to California when he was uh, middle age, like in his 20s. He stayed there his entire life, and he raised, my mom's siblings. And the thing he missed most about Ohio was White Castle. Hell yeah. He lived in Simi Valley, and he had a place out there. He had a property, and he would come back here to visit my mom's siblings and my mom. So he considered my mom his daughter, even though she wasn't biologically his. And when he would come here, he was in love. He was in love with a woman in California. He had a California princess. Her name was Rose. And Rose, I don't know if she was Hawaiian or Mexican, but she wasn't a honky. That's for sure. But he was in love with her, and they were together ever since I could remember. He took care of her and her kids. So he'd come back here to visit. And I remember being a teenager and him coming to visit. And I was like 14 and I smoked. And my mom was like, he smokes. And I rode with him in his car, and he was like, all I know is if he burns a hole in my car, I'm going to fuck him up. I respected that because that's the kind of guy I am too. I'm like, don't fuck my shit up. And I made sure, like, not to burn a hole in his car seats, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, it's my grandpa, you know what I mean? It's my grandpa. I respect that. I'm not going to say nothing. But normally we'd have a problem, but it was what it was. And we'd always go to the same fucking park over here. It was like a river, and a park. And we'd go fishing, we'd go swimming. And every time he came here, he'd get like 50 or 100 fucking White Castles. I caught 120p, does it fast. I'm drinking with Phil. I'm drinking with you, baby. I'm about to grab another beer. But he'd always buy shit ton of White Castle cheeseburgers, and he'd take them back to California with him. Put them in a cooler full of ice. Like, he'd fly out here on a plane, once or twice a year. He'd buy 50 or 100 White Castles. He'd get a big cooler, and he'd freeze them, and put them in a cooler, and fly them back on the plane. He'd put them in his car, take them back in the car. And I'm the type of person who's like, I love you, man, but if you live 16 hours away from me, we're never going to see each other again. It's in the freezer. I just had 6 the other day. It's nowhere near this. It's definitely not the same. It's not even close. You got to get them from the restaurant, dude. And I'm going to tell you a secret about the freezer ones. You get White Castle cheeseburgers in a freezer, no matter where you're at, you got to microwave them. So what you do is you take the little sliders, you take the bun off, right? And you put the bun in for like 7 or 8 seconds. It lets it thaw a little bit. You put the meat has the onions and the cheese on it. You put that in for like 20 seconds, right? You take it back out. You put the bottom bun on, the meat, the cheese. You put it back on for about 15 more seconds. You take a couple pickles, because they don't come with pickles. And that's the key to White Castle, is the fucking pickle. Take a couple pickles, some big, thick pickles, whatever you got in a jar. The biggest, best ones in the jar. You put two of them on there, and you put the top bun on. You put it back in there for like 15 more seconds. You pull it out. That whole thing should be melty and cheesy. The pickles and the juice and the onions, and then you go to town, son. That's how you do them. I get them here too. I got a buddy that lives a road away, and every once in a while he'll be like, "You got room in your freezer?" I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, son." You know what I mean? 'Cause it's a community. I got people. We trade. We give. We help each other. For example, let me show you this. Okay, and he'll bring me like 4 cases. Like we got a White Castle plant, so it's less than 15 minutes away. There's a whole plant, and if there's something wrong with them, they don't make it to market. That little piggy didn't make it to market. You know what I mean? So he'll give me like 4 cases of White Castle cheeseburgers. And I got kids, man, and they fuck shit up, but how fast can you eat White Castle? Like sometimes I don't have room for them, so I give some. They give them to me, and I got to give some away too, just to keep them. Just like the other day, my neighbor hit me up. She was like, "Do you want some mashed potatoes?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I love mashed potatoes." So, she gave me 2 cases of the Bob Evans mashed potatoes. So, let's see. Let me get a knife. I'm gonna get my knife. I'm gonna open the bitches. Where my knife goes. Where my knife is. So you know what I mean? Like and I don't like these mashed potatoes, but the wife and the kids do. Got family members that do. If I eat mashed potatoes, I'm gonna take some potatoes and I'm gonna skin them halfway. I'm gonna leave half the skins on because I like a little bit of skin in my taters. But it's a whole case of these. It's 2 of them. And my aunt, I got one there and one down there. So let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. I think there's 16 of them in there. Fucking case. That's way too many mashed potatoes for me. So I'll find people that need them, give them to them. That's the point of a fucking community. I love this jam. It's acapello. But yeah, man, we trade shit back and forth. Hold up, I'm gonna put y'all in my pocket. Alright, my bad, y'all. Darth Vader is still awake and going at it. He just came to the door, swiped his sword, and then went back in. This dude's crazy. I love him so fucking much. Ain't nothing like being a dad. I check my mail 85 times a day. Even though I know there's nothing in it, I still check it. Is that weird? Look at this motherfucker though. Legit. If you want a copper Cadillac, that's where to go. I had a couple people approach me You need to watch it. It's a bad motherfucker, dude. Hey, Giggle. Morgan Wallen. I believe my old lady likes Morgan Wallen. So, listen. If you run on a still, that's awesome. If you're making good liquor, ready to upgrade, you're ready to get into the big amounts of liquor, you want a copper Cadillac, it's Copper Still Co. Hands down. Like, I've had a few people approach me over the last couple years, and they're like, want me to promote their stills or want me to sell their stills with my name on them. And I'm always like, hey, send me pictures. Send me pictures, you know what I mean? And please stop, buddy. Go play. Go play. Here, hand me one of these right here. Stop, dude. I'm on live, man. I'm being loud. Tell him to come here. I want to talk to him. Give me one of those.
What are you going to tell him?
I'm going to tell him to let you have the Xbox.
Welcome.
Thanks, bud. Who's my buddy?
Me.
Who's my best friend? You're damn right. My best buddy ever.
Hey, Dad.
Give me a hug.
Take my lightsaber.
I'll hold your lightsaber.
On it.
If anybody comes at me, I'm going to get them with it.
Yeah.
Die.
Turn on
The red. The red's the most powerful because we are the dark side, son. Yeah. Tell your brother to come here. It's the red, motherfuckers. Yeah, I'll get him, buddy. That's my best friend. Legit. Like that dude follows me. Time he wakes up, so the time we go to bed, he follows me everywhere. But it's hard to be an adult with him. It's real hard. Let him play on the Xbox, buddy. Hey! Go tell him.
Okay.
Listen, you got one in your room, dude. Just go get on that one.
Okay. Even though I haven't seen her, we
Hey, what time is it? What time is it?
Well, I guess it's bedtime as well.
It might be. Yeah.
It's 12:49.
Oh shit! You got 11 minutes to be awake. Here, take this. Hey, tell him he keeps it up. I'm gonna come in there. You 11 minutes. Enjoy it. Should have kept your brother cool, right? Right? When's he gonna learn? But did he really? You better set it up, brother. It's terrible, man. The sibling rivalry shit. It's crazy. I don't know.
He's still on the game.
Go in there. Tell him 11 minutes. Just keep reminding him, buddy. Go on. And you get one that's older than the other, and the other one's jelly, and they forget that you went through the same thing with them that you're going through with the new one. And you always got to remind them, like, hey, man, we did the same shit with you. You was the baby. You was the baby. We did the same shit with you. Cut us some slack. They try and punish you with it. Like, no, I never. Like, yeah, you did. I got videos of it, bro. I got videos of it. You was the chosen one, son. You still are. We got videotape of us babying you and treating you like the golden child. But now you're so big that 13. I'm out, y'all.